What's the biggest promise you made that actually broke you? I promised my dad I'd take over his auto shop when he got sick, but I wasn't ready for what that actually cost me. Dad's shop wasn't fancy. Just 3 bays with oil-stained floors and that faded red sign with the missing letter we never fixed. The day the doctors found the cancer, Dad didn't even flinch, just looked me in the eye at dinner and said, "Shop's yours now, son." I promised him right there I wouldn't let him down. We shook on it, his calloused hand still stronger than mine. What he didn't know, the acceptance letter to my dream engineering school was hidden in my drawer. Full scholarship, a way out of our small town. But how could I tell him now? Dad collapsed a week later. Monday, he was under a Chevy. Thursday, he couldn't walk to the bathroom. Suddenly, I was running everything. Opening at 5 a.m., closing at midnight, watching repair videos until my eyes burned. The shop started falling apart fast. I mixed up brake lines on Mrs. Wilson's car. She called screaming when she nearly hit a school bus with her grandkids inside. My hands shook for 3 days after that call. Then Mr. Rivera, Dad's best customer for 30 years, came to get his truck. "This isn't fixed right," he said, looking at me like I was dirt. "Your father would be ashamed." He never came back. Every hospital visit, I'd lie straight to Dad's face. "Shop's doing great," I'd say while hiding my cracked, oil-stained hands. He'd smile and I'd die inside, knowing tomorrow might bring another disaster. One screw-up could kill someone. The night everything changed, I was alone in the shop at 2 a.m., a half-empty whiskey bottle next to Dad's toolbox. I accidentally knocked over his ancient filing cabinet and found a hidden leather ledger. I flipped it open and froze. Dad wasn't just fixing cars, he was carrying the whole town. Pay when harvest comes in for the struggling farmers. Take your time for the widow whose husband died last winter. No charge. Christmas gift for the single mom with 3 kids. This wasn't just a business, it was his life's purpose. That night I cried until I threw up in the shop sink. I was failing him, failing everyone. The bank called the next morning. We were 3 months behind on payments. I sold my car, my laptop, even Dad's fishing gear he loved so much. Nothing helped. Customers stopped coming. Word travels fast when you nearly kill someone with bad brake work. I started telling people we were booked solid because I was terrified to touch another engine. The waiting room plant died. Even the stray shop cat disappeared. Yesterday, Dad's old buddy Mike showed up unannounced. He watched silently as I struggled with a timing belt, my hands bleeding from a slip with the wrench. "Your dad never wanted you to take over this place," he finally said. I almost hit him. Instead, I threw a socket wrench that shattered the window. Mike didn't flinch. He pulled out a wrinkled envelope from his jacket. He wrote this the day after his diagnosis, made me promise to wait. The letter inside was in Dad's handwriting, shaky but clear. "My son thinks he has to save my dream. He doesn't. The shop was never meant to be his prison. Tell him to build rockets or bridges or whatever makes him wake up happy. And make damn sure he knows I'm prouder of him than anything I ever built or fixed." I dropped to my knees right there on the shop floor, surrounded by the ruins of a promise I never should have made. This morning, I wheeled Dad out to the shop's parking lot, told him everything. The scholarship I'd turned down, the customers I'd lost, the nights I'd spent hating myself for failing him. He looked at the shop's faded sign, then back at me. "You know what breaks my heart? Not that you're bad at fixing cars. It's that you've been killing yourself trying." He pointed to the sign. "See that? It says Johnson and Son. Not just Johnson. I built this place so we'd have options, not chains. Tomorrow, I'm calling that college back. And Dad's teaching me one last repair. How to fix a broken promise that nearly broke us both."